Good morning everybody, chatting today about red flags, what they are, how to notice them, and then what you do with them. So red flags are things that we can all notice. It might be our gut instinct, our intuition, or something blatantly obvious about a circumstance, or typically a person, for example, where they're showing us their true colours, they're showing us their true behaviours, but for some reason we are ignoring it. We are allowing it to be passed under the rug, we're pretending it didn't happen, and I think we've all done it to a greater or lesser degree at some point in our lives, where we may look back and go, oh, I recognise something in, for example, a person right at the start and I didn't act on it, and I wish I had now. You know, with the distance travelled, knowing what I know now, they were actually showing me what they were about and I chose to ignore it. Sometimes red flags aren't so obvious, but it's really important to notice red flags because they are something that is almost breaching your value system. They are something that is giving you a warning or a forewarning. There's something that's saying to you something does not sit right about a situation, or something that's been said, or a feeling that you get about something. And red flags usually go on to manifest more and more and more over time from said person. So red flags might be something that you know is not good for you, but you allow it to keep coming into your life. Maybe you are trying not to focus on it, maybe you're trying to avoid it because maybe you want the situation, you just don't want that bit. But red flags are really important because we have to think about consequences of our choices, and red flags are actually saying to us further along, knowing this red flag exists, what will that mean in a year? What will that mean in 2 years? How will that affect my life? How will that affect my well-being? Some red flags are glaringly obvious. So it could be people's behaviours that are really out there, really blatant, and something that isn't okay for us. So it's all about checking in. Why would I ignore that? Why would I ignore those red flags? Am I saying that the rest of that situation is good enough? It's just that red flag is a bit of an iffy situation, but really red flags actually get bigger and bigger and bigger, and they may just be the start of maybe behaviours. They may be showing you right at the start there's a lot more to come. But check in. Why do I choose to ignore red flags? Because am I protecting myself? Am I keeping myself safe? Is it a wound that I'm trying to avoid? Is it a repeat situation that I'm falling into that I'm trying not to face? Is it because I want a situation and I'm making an emotional decision rather than a logical decision, which might come out of this quick because it's not going to be good later on? We all have red flags, we all feel red flags. It can be a job, it can be a person, it can be a situation, it can be a habit, it can be a part of somebody's personality, that just that 2% they show you now and again, but that 2% is like 100% really in its intensity or what it means. Red flags: do you settle for things? Do you tolerate situations that are less than? Do you put up with things? Because red flags are there to protect you, to say this isn't good enough for you, or this won't work for you, or this is going to affect you in some way, or this is not the right path for you. Why would we ignore that? I've done it loads of times. I've ignored red flags, and I've also reflected, because usually it's hindsight we see the red flags, often after, sometimes at the time. And I've looked back over situations in my life and thought, oh, there were red flags there. Why did I not choose to look at them? I hope you can help eliminate any red flags in your life. And we all have our own red flags. We will have red flags to other people as well. I've had red flags to other people, and that will probably continue because we're human. But it's all to do with self-awareness. What needs shaking up in self or other to make us the best we can be. Happy weekend.